Anime is a medium of escapism, and what better way to escape reality than awakening your 8th grade syndrome and enjoying some superpower action anime. Today I'm bringing 15 of the best superpower action anime you should watch. As usual, we plan on bringing more videos in the future, so don't forget to stay tuned by hitting the subscribe button along with the bell notification. Now, let the fists do the talking. Here we go. Number 15, Fog Hill of 5 Elements. Now this might be a surprise start to the list, but anyone who has seen the show knows it deserves this spot. Fog Hill of 5 Elements, also titled Wu Shan Wu Xing, tells the story that is a combination of action, suspense, and superpowers. This happens in a world where monsters could give the ability to certain elected officials to master the 5 elements. But there is a catch. To do this, they need to pass the Fog Hills, a hill that has dangerous threats lurking within it. In this anime, we follow the adventures of one of these elected officials as he crosses the Fog Mountain. The series has got some astounding animation, plus some great fight scenes that complements the powers. So if you haven't watched it yet, now will be the time to add this one to your watch list. Number 14, Unlimited Psychic Squad. If you have watched Zettai Karen Children, then this spin-off might not be new for you, but if you haven't, then now would be a good time to take a look at it. This anime follows Kyosuke Hyobu, who is an esper with supernatural powers. A betrayal leaves him strong and overpowered, but his kind heart still rescues innocents. The anime shows his struggle to rescue espers who are hunted by humans, and how he gains the royalty of rescued espers. The plot, the story, and even the characters manage to hook you up. And unlike most anime, the show doesn't drop off the hype it built up in the first episode. You've got an overpowered protagonist, an engaging mystery, and action that can keep you at the edge of your seat. Number 13, C, The Money of Soul and Possibility Control. Are you a fan of economics? Here we follow the adventures of Kimimaro Yoga. One day he meets a mysterious man named Masaki who offers him a deal. Accept a large amount of money in return for his future being held as collateral. Kimimaro accepts this deal and soon gets transported to an alternate reality where he becomes an entree. Each entree gets a creature called assets, who are used to compete others against matches which are referred to as deals. If you are a person who studied economics, then you might have surely heard of many economic terms in here, such as entree, which is short for entrepreneur, or assets and deals. C is a series that takes a rather anime approach to economics and finance, and delivers an action anime that is both fast-paced and interesting. Number 12, Kekkai Sensen. Kekkai Sensen is a show that is both unique in its premise and its execution. It has the regular monsters vs humans theme, but the reason why you'll be hooked is because of the main character. Leonardo Watch is one of the strongest characters when it comes to ocular powers. His eyes allow him to see fast movements impossible for normal human eyesight, and also comes in with a self-restoration function. Rather than any of that, Leonardo has the ability to see the truth of the world, and also manipulate the eyes of other people to see illusions. It follows his adventures and his interactions with various evil on his journey, while giving us some great action. Number 11, SpiritPact. Let's move on to China, because Japan isn't the only country that can produce anime that can pack a punch. SpiritPact is about Yo Keika. After an accident, Yo wakes up to discover that he has turned into a spirit. A man named Tamoku Ki explains that he is an exorcist, and in return for protecting him from humans, he should lend his strength to Tanamoku while dealing with other spirits. The anime follows their adventures and takes a deep dive into the supernatural as well as the superpower genre. The action is fast-paced and has the ability to keep you in suspense, and the story knows how to combine comedy as well as romance to its narrative to make it more engaging. Number 10, A Certain Magical Index. If you are tired of poorly crafted world building, then you need to tackle a world with both magic and science. A Certain Magical Index is a series that starts off with a protagonist who has power but is not aware of the potential of it, thus becoming an average high schooler. Yes, that's Toma Kamijo, a boy who wields the Imagine Breaker, a power that can negate any other supernatural power. One day he meets a girl named Index, a nun who has been gifted with the knowledge of 103,000 magical books, and is running away from people trying to kill her. Soon, Toma gets involved in a fight between espers and magicians and gets dragged into a war between the two factions. A Certain Magical Index has got mystery, supernaturalism, as well as superpowers that are both interesting and theoretically plausible. Number 9. Garo, the Animation Series. Here we follow Golden Knight Garo, a knight that excels in his abilities. The title is owned by Leon Louis, who wants revenge from the king's advisor, Mendoza, for killing his mother. The anime follows his trials as he meets new characters and learns about his own past while in search of Mendoza. The series has 5 anime, and except for the first 2, the rest follows a different character, who inherits the Golden Knight Garo. Compared to many other adventure anime in the series, Garo is much darker, and unlike other protagonists, the original holder of the knight follows after revenge, so expect some plot twists as well. Apart from that, it also has some great world building and a combination of sword and sorcery to deliver some superb action sequences. Number 8. Kill la Kill. What happens when the clothes you wear turn into weapons? I'm not kidding. Kill la Kill happens in a world where clothes give their wearers superhuman abilities. This happens because they are constructed with a special material known as life fibers. Along comes Yuko Matoi, a student searching for the killer of her father. She arrives at the Hanoji Academy and challenges the rulers to fight her. She gets taken down but finds a costume named Senketsu that gives her more power. If you think the anime would turn out to be cartoonish after hearing the premise, then you're clearly wrong. Kill la Kill uses its simple premise to focus on deeper themes, and even if you hate philosophy and intense discussions, you'll definitely be engaged by the comedy of the show. Number 7. From the New World. Before an era of Promised Neverland, we have From the New World. And unlike the former, this was heavily underrated compared to other series released around the same time. So to do this anime justice, here's a quick overview of it. The series happens in a dystopian world where children awaken psychic powers. Saki Watanabe is such a girl who awakens psychic powers, but she has a burning question. What happens to children who are unable to awaken their powers? Soon, new mysteries evolve, and Saki and her friends get tangled into them. Not many anime manage to pull the dystopian world and setting well, but From the New World is an exception. Apart from the suspenseful story, the series is also populated with well-written characters who can grip your attention and a narrative that slowly reveals its mystery. Number 6. Fire Force. Moving along the dystopian route, let's jump into another dystopian anime. This one happens in the future where human beings are turned into living infernos called infernals, after accidents related to spontaneous human combustion. To stop these infernals, there is a military force known as the Fire Force. Shinra Kusakabe is a third-generation pyrotechnic teenager who has the power to ignite his feet into flames when needed. The anime follows his adventures as he joins the Fire Force. Compared to other anime, this show only revolves around one superpower, but that doesn't mean it has less potential than others. To be honest, this is what actually plays for its advantage. Even though there are shonen cliches here and there, the compelling villains, narrative, as well as main character help make this one of the best superpower action anime out there. Number 5. Tiger and Bunny. Want a more fast-paced My Hero Academia? Tiger and Bunny features the same setting with superheroes and supervillains, but adds some mystery to it. It happens in an alternative universe to Earth where superheroes dominate the city and their heroic activities are communicated through a TV channel known as Hero TV. In here, we meet Barnaby Brooks, a young man with murdered parents who is teamed up with a veteran hero named Kotetsu T. Kaburagi. At first, the two have their conflicting ideals on how they should operate. But soon, both of them begin to learn from each other, especially Barnaby. He develops both his talents and ideals as the story moves forward, and the mystery enveloping his past only urges this process. Number 4. Jojo's Bizarre Adventure Series. Even if you haven't heard the show, you must have heard of the memes. Based on the widely popular manga of the same name, this anime tells of the conflict between Jonathan Joestar and Dio Brandon. The narrative is divided into several parts, and the protagonist of each part is a member of the Joestar family, all of whom possess a star-shaped birthmark above their left shoulder blade. The JoJo series manages to mix a realistic and rather dramatic story with its unique plot and setting. Instead of superpowers, here we have users that can call their inner spirit's power into a significant energy form known as the Stand. If you haven't watched it, now's a great time to start, and the experience you gain from watching the show is something you will never forget. Number 3. Bungo Stray Dogs. Do you want a show that not only has its own unique mysteries, but also combines it with supernatural tropes to deliver something amazing? Then Bungo Stray Dogs is the show for you. This is about a mysterious detective agency that solves crimes related to supernatural events done by the criminal organization known as Port's Mafia. It has an interesting cast with mysterious backstories and unique personalities. And one of the interesting facts here is that each of them is named after a certain Japanese author. Bungo Stray Dogs is one of those addictive mystery shows that combines it with a nice set of characters, ties it into a bigger plot, and manages to keep you hooked through its entire 3 seasons. Number 2. Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter is an anime that excels in all areas, and there is a reason why its fanbase still considers this as one of the best anime ever made. It happens in a world where people known as hunters accept contracts to hunt dangerous beasts and other monsters. 12-year-old Gon Freese wants to become a hunter in order to search for his father, but he soon learns the path isn't as easy as he thinks. Hunter x Hunter blends its mystery with its world building really well, and not only it has greatly written characters, but also a rational power system that never diverts from its established rule. If you've not watched this yet, then now would be a great time to check out this masterpiece. Number 1. Toriko. Topping out our list, we have Toriko, where we move onto the gourmet age. If you didn't learn about this age in your history class, that's because this is the age where most of the landscape is filled with food materials. Here we have gourmet hunter Toriko, who wants to discover unpopular ingredients together with his friend Komatsu, a highly skilled chef working at a 5-star hotel. Toriko's plot may be bent more towards the unrealistic side, but this is also what makes it much better. You get the feeling of escapism in a superpowered action anime that is at times filled with action-adventure and other times brimming with shonen comedy. This is one of the underrated series when it comes to the superpower niche, so make sure to check it out. Did you find some great superpower action anime? If I missed your favorite show, sound up below in the comment section and let me know. Let me know in the comments what anime you're planning on watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you won't forget to watch the videos we're releasing next. Thanks for watching, Anime Geeks, and I'll see you in the next video.